This video is about how to improve vocal stamina. Featured is Margo Messenger. After years of hard work and preparation, Margo and her husband Brian just began a 6-month stint as a music duo performing on a cruise line in the Caribbean. Hi, I'm Chuck Gilmore, international vocal coach and founder of Power to Sing. Each week, I teach you lessons in vocal technique so you can build a powerful and confident singing voice. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to my channel, Power to Sing. Be sure to click on the bell so you're notified when I post special videos for you each week. Margo was born in Russia and met her future husband while both were performing on a cruise line. Brian's specialty is guitar and Margo's vocals. I've had the good fortune of working with Margo periodically over the last few years. She has graciously consented to share some challenges she's experienced with her voice. This video contains portions of an interview with Margo and brief excerpts from 2 of her lessons. Listen carefully as she shares real-life difficulties she and many other professionals experience with their singing voices. Margo's a consummate professional and is intimately aware of her voice. Her experience will give you hope and direction to improve your vocal stamina and the health and quality of your singing voice. Near the end of this video, Margo references taking a vocal test and getting her vocal type. I'll include a link here and in the description below this YouTube video titled Get Your Vocal Type. Download the free PDF and take the vocal test so you can get your vocal type. Also, please visit Margo and Brian's website at margoandbrian.com. Check out their newly released album on their website and follow them on their Facebook and Instagram. The links are included in the description below. Thank you, Margo. Best wishes to you and Brian as you entertain thousands on your Caribbean cruise. I'm Chuck Gilmore with Power to Sing. You can sing higher with beauty, confidence, and power. Now, enjoy the video.
Let's go back to when you were experiencing problems with your voice. It actually hurt you to talk. What was happening when you tried to sing?
My range was quite limited. It felt even more limited. My high notes, I couldn't produce really clear high notes. It was
What do you mean
kind
clear?
of raspy.
What do you mean clear?
They were raspy.
Ah, okay.
My singing was raspy and scratchy. I just felt physical tension when I was singing.
Yeah, and raspy worked in metal, but didn't it?
It did to the extent, because you still have music melody that you need to follow. And when I'm experiencing this hardship with my voice, I can't really produce it. I can't make this melody happen.
I see.
So, but yeah, you can kind of push a little harder. In metal, it's not a big deal if it's like it scratches a little bit and it's like, oh, it just sounds artistic or whatever, you know. And you can it can fly. But it wasn't the right approach for sure. And then I was trying to explore. I was trying to find a teacher who will, you know, explain to me how am I to deal with it all. But I guess, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but somehow it was all the information, pretty much most of the information that I got before, you know, before I started exploring on my own, before I discovered your channel and started taking lessons with you, all the information was it didn't work for me. It didn't really solve the issue. It was just, I don't know, like, for instance, engage diaphragm. You know, I can engage diaphragm and in this way I can find a way to push a little bit harder, but it's not solving the fact that I'm not even utilizing, you know, the 50% of my range, you know, and some registers.
So you were stuck down on the bottom.
I was stuck in my chest, for sure.
And to sing higher, you just had to keep pulling the chest up high.
I had to push harder to sing higher.
Did you ever just like go into falsetto?
I did. I did, especially I did when I was already on the cruise ship. So, right, on the cruise ship, you're supposed to sing 3-4 hours a day. No days off. I mean, maybe one day off a month, right? So it's a big workout for your voice. And with my approach, with my push harder kind of approach to my voice, it worked to a certain extent. When I remember the first thing I noticed that I couldn't produce my head voice notes at all anymore. That was the first sign for me. I couldn't do head voice at all. It was just like whisper, just like air, just it was not right.
Yeah.
I still could push, but my head voice was gone.
What goes through your mind when that happens?
Oh, desperation. Desperation, fear, like, oh my gosh, am I going to just like not be able to sing? What do I do? How can I change it?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
if you're in the middle of your cruise with 3 to 4 hour a day commitment, that can be pretty stressful.
it was pretty stressful. I was quite afraid. I was like, am I like, will I have to, you know, just leave? Will I have to just sign off the ship? Like, what do I do? But, I also feel like sometimes to get further, to like, you know, to move on to some next stage, you actually have to experience deep, low place from where you're like, okay, I got to get out of there now. I got to find a way to make it work.
So I know we haven't
Yeah.
really talked. You and I haven't even talked about this. Do you think we could do something right now vocally just to kind of show what you're talking about? I'll tell you what. You tell me where in your voice, what notes was a problem? Did you notice it being kind of like a problem?
hmm I think anything starting with a, what is it?
A4?
A, A4. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything starting A4, uh, which I would like in the past, I would do A4 chest, no questions asked,
Yeah.
no, just I would do like five, yeah, C5, I would do chest, which would hurt. And yeah, and now I'm discovering that I can do it, in mix. And this way it opens up just this further area that this way I can go higher, and it doesn't sound weak. It doesn't sound like full chest. It doesn't have this like beefy quality in it, but it but it sounds very pleasant and it feels pleasant.
Well, let's do
So
this. Let's do
yeah.
it this. Let's try this for a second. Let's just do no 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 no. That's on the A, and let's go from A up to the C sharp. Just doing the
Mm-hmm.
no 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 for a minute, okay?
Mm-hmm. No 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 no. No 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 no. No 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 no. No 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 no.
All right, now could you do the no in chest? So do the new like you were doing, but do the no in chest so that you maybe the way you used to do it.
No 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 no. No 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 no.
Okay, I don't want to ask you to do any more. I mean, I know you can do it, but
Mhm.
I don't want to get your voice.
Yeah.
I don't want to get your voice and hoarse. There's a lot of people who, when they hear both of those, they sometimes they really can't hear the difference yet. Just with their own experience, they're not quite tuned in to the contrast. But what's the
Mhm.
difference for you?
All right. So when I do it the pushed way, the strained way, I feel how my muscles tense, how my whole throat kind of just, just gets tight. It's unpleasant, and I feel like the sound, even though me haven't done it for years, and I used to feel like it's, there's beauty in like doing this kind of sound, right? There is certain vibe in the sound that is attractive for people, I guess. I don't know, maybe people just love, hearing pain. But but even though there is this element that's like, oh, that's like desirable sound, but it just doesn't necessarily feel right, because in this way I feel that there is this ceiling that I just get stuck in, and I just can't go higher. And this way, like the huge part of my range is just not being utilized. And I don't feel like real freedom in my voice then. When I do it the way, the way that you teach, um, it's more, it's more subtle, it's more gentle, just in the way I produce it. I think I learned that it doesn't even necessarily sound more gentle. It can get quite strong, but the way it's produced, it's just more like crafty, so to say. It's
Yeah.
like not as I don't know, like if we compare an axe and and this like surgical knife.
Good point. And here's the great thing about this. The more you work in that area of your voice, the more you're working that mix, and the more you're practicing the mix, the stronger it gets. And so people really can't tell a difference. And it's still very, very vibrant, very strong, and very loud. And you're preserving your voice too. So
Yeah.
okay.
Well, even with my uh, mm, what's the word? Relatively, even in my relatively short period of working on vocal technique, and I still have a lot to do, but I already feel during our gigs how it works, how it makes me feel, how it engages other people too that listen to me. It's it's something else for sure.
Well, I feel like you're doing really well, and that it's coming along really nicely. I mean, this is not a beginner's mix. What you're doing.
Thank
What you're
you.
doing. Yeah, I mean, how do you feel about it?
I think it's a work in process.
Yeah,
I feel like I started working on mix relatively recently, like only like I discovered that, oh wow, I have head voice, like maybe 3 years ago or 4 years, 3 years ago probably. Like whoa, there's a head voice and I can like train it too. It really depends. Like sometimes when I find this place, it just feels so good. It just feels so easy, effortless, and I can navigate whether I want to make it softer or harder. And sometimes it's just so frustrating because I can't find this place, and all I can do is just this breathy head voice, which doesn't really mix with my chest. And so I guess it's just a work in process.
sure. Do this for me and say, nay. I want you to do it kind of funny.
Mhm.
Nay, 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 nay.
Nay, 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 nay. Nay, 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 nay.
Stay exaggerated.
Nay, 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 nay.
One more.
Nay, 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 nay. 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 Nay, nay, nay.
Keep it going.
No, 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 no.
Let's try it.
No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
That's the A.
No, 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 no.
Way to go. Sing.
Today it feels actually pretty good. I'm just trying to understand what it depends on, really, sometimes it's just easy to find, sometimes it's not as easy, but it feels that I can control dynamics and strength, and I am not straining. I just can control it by, I don't know, like maybe a little bit narrowing the sound or engaging the diaphragm, and maybe just pressing a little bit more air, but it's not straining, it's not external muscle tension. So it feels very good.
So it's called, it's friendly compression.
Friendly compression. Yeah.
Friendly compression, yeah. Because you're leaning, that air is leaning against the chords, but it's not a straining kind of thing where you're grabbing it and so forth. So.
Oh.
Way to go. Good. Way to go. Now, I didn't hear it that time. So what were you thinking?
I was thinking vertical, and I was thinking friendly compression, and I was thinking opening mouth vertically. So yeah, felt good, felt pleasant.
Yeah. How are you feeling about your voice right now?
Right now, I feel like this new way of producing the sound that I'm discovering with your help, Chuck, as well.
Yeah.
It just liberates me to do more things. It just allows me to have more vocal freedom and better endurance for sure. Because in the past, after a gig, when I was pulling my chest voice for 3 hours, I would feel devastated. Now sometimes after a 3 hour gig, I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel great. I want to keep doing it forever. I feel limitless, So it totally gives lots of freedom. It has some challenges in it, more of like probably psychological challenges because of this commercial sound that is presented widely everywhere nowadays is not exactly healthy. It's not correct, but people kind of want you to sound this way, and people kind of expect you to sound this way, and they take it as strong voice, as powerful voice, as, I don't know, talent, whatever else people call it, but it's not healthy. And that's a challenge that I have to face with myself, to like tell myself, okay, I need to approach my voice with care and the right technique, and I want my voice to work for all my life. I want to be able to sing freely, no matter how high or low it is. I don't want to strain. So it's a challenge, but it's a rewarding challenge.
Um, I'm just out of curiosity. How did you and I connect in the first place? How did you find out about me? What were you doing?
I think I was just well. I began discovering vocal techniques with Brett Manning's CDs.
Yeah.
You probably know
Yes.
Brett Manning. That was my first thing, and then I just found you on YouTube. I don't know. It was just randomly. I just found Power to Sing, Chuck Gilmore, and I just started watching videos, and it made lots of sense. And then I started watching your live videos, and at some point, I'm like, oh, I can actually get a lesson. That sounds pretty cool.
Did you ever try vocalizing on your own with the video or with the live broadcast?
Yeah, I absolutely do. I downloaded your exercises from your website,
Okay.
for full chest. Actually, I think I submitted my vocal type test and you responded to me. And I was actually so impressed, like, wow, there's a human being there, there's like, you actually record like, hi, Margarita, it's Chuck. Your type is full chest, high larynx. I'm like, whoa, that's cool. So yeah, I practiced with your exercises that you posted on your website, and now as we did a few lessons, I just play them and I sing over them.
Great.
Try to do it every day.
I'm glad to hear that, and that makes me happy. So, okay.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your help and for all the useful information and skills that you're sharing. It's really precious for me to get to study with you, and yeah, I'm sure we'll see each other again. I just don't know when. So for now, it's been awesome.
Well, the feeling is mutual.
Let's December 2.